right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom. Peace, my brothers and sisters. Peace to you out there. Peace to you out there. This is your brother Aria Israel. One more time, right here for Liberation Tabernacle of Yah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High. Indeed, the creator of the heavens and the earth, man. All praises, y'all. Thank y'all for coming in the house one more time and joining in with me right here for Liberation Tabernacle of Yah. I am your brother Maury Aria Israel, brother Maury Aria Israel. And let me say this, brothers and sisters, I hope that y'all are doing great out there. Hope y'all are safe, have been safe, and all of these things because we see these snowstorms. We've been having for the last week this snowstorm, man. It came through and brought in a lot of snow, man. Brought a lot of snow. It looked good. It looked good. But I tell y'all, these drivers out here in this city of Memphis can't drive worth a lick, as they say, worth a lick. So I don't know how good it is, we know, as far as the drivers out there. But I pray everybody's doing well and doing fine. There's a lot of storms and stuff like that. Maybe, floods and things is going out through the land. So we pray that everybody is being safe out there and the Most High is keeping you with a sane mind as well. So, yes, sir, indeed. But, brothers and sisters, I just want to come in the house right here today and talk to you about a little subject matter. This not really so forth as so much a biblical lesson that I will be giving today. I just want to have just talk right fast briefly, if I can, with you today, brothers and sisters. I want to just say this. I want to make a statement that, hey, man, the truth will make you lose more so-called, and I'm gonna say so-called friends than a lie. Yeah, the truth will make you lose more so-called friends or associates than a lie. Start telling the truth. Start telling the truth. Ooh. Watch folks how they act, y'all. Watch folks how they act. We can truly say, truly now, when you're dealing with the Bible, if we say the Bible, start telling it, man. You start talking to some truth about that Bible. Watch how some of them so-called friends of yours and they claim to be Bible believers themselves. Watch how they start acting towards you. Yeah, uh-huh. Some of them might not talk to you for a little while. Some of them might just leave you alone all together. Yeah, but the truth, man, make you lose more so-called friends than a lie. See, some people hang around you long enough, but they like, they'll stick with you, man, with them lies. They'll stick with you with lies. Some of them. But that truth, man, that's a bad mother sucker, man. That truth is a bad, like I said, hush your mouth, y'all. Isaac Hayes, hush your mouth. Yeah, it is. It's a bad, you know what, man. I'm telling you that. But I wouldn't have it no other way. Me personally, myself, wouldn't have it no other way, man. Yeah. Um, and I say like this, especially when you're dealing with this word. Now, I can truly, and I was thinking about this. I think late last night. I can truly see or imagine how the prophets felt. Truly how the prophets felt. Like Jeremiah, um, Isaiah, what they said, Jeremiah, Isaiah, all these prophets are major prophets. I can truly, especially with Jeremiah and Isaiah, them y'all, we truly can see how they felt. Imagine how they felt when you had this whole nation, you had that whole nation of Israel, and you're trying to warn them about their behavior and what was going to become of them or befall of them if they don't straighten out their behavior. And people, man, it's just like going back to Abraham. Well, first for that, go back to Noah, Abraham, all of these brothers and brothers, man. And there may be some sisters we don't really know too many about the sisters too much, but even the sisters, I throw that in there when they trying to warn their people and trying to make the people aware about the things that they're doing that's displeasing to the Most High, or just some things they're doing that's being harmful and detrimental to themselves, their livelihood, or just people got some information that's wrong, and you're trying to enlighten them on some information that they have that's wrong. Like those of us who are Yahuda Israelites, or we're trying to enlighten the brothers and sisters who's in this thing called the Christian doctrine, and we're trying to relate to them a lot of the stuff that they're believing in is not the truth that have what was actually laid down to them by their forerunners, as we might some people might say Judaism. That's what they got, man, is something totally different that the Roman Catholic Church and all of this stuff have gave to them. It's not what we believed in, or the Israelites who, they get this from. So they don't want to hear that, man. They don't want to hear that. So I can imagine how the prophets them actually felt, man. I can truly imagine how they felt, just from the little things sometime that I might go through, and some of y'all out there who tell the truth, try to bring the truth to the people. I can imagine. Can we imagine, y'all? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm telling y'all, man, people will cut you clean off, and it might be a good thing too at the same time, because if a person is your so-called friend or true associate of yours, they should want you to come and present to them some truth, right? They should, shouldn't they? You would think that, right? You was like, man, dog, look, dog. Hey, man, hey, bro, man, something happened there, bro, man. I want you to tell me the truth. I want you to let me know what's going on, bro. But then when you do that, oh man, that's easy. What is y'all? That's easily said in the beginning, but let somebody come and bring it to you, man. Man, I tell you, and I did a video years ago, and I put it on something. Well, I don't know if I did a video or not. I think I text something. Yeah, I text something, and I was talking about how the truth sometimes can make you a very lonely person. The truth can make you a very lonely person sometimes. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you, man. I've had people, disassociate or um, discontinue sometime of associating or conversating would be, you can tell they have these little attitudes and stuff because of something you're saying. But you think, man, listen, I don't care because I'm gonna choose the truth any day. Not that I don't want to, conversate with people, and sometimes sometimes it can be hurtful. Let me say it like that, y'all. It can hurt. You have people you kicking it with or whatnot, and people, but then when you're trying to help them, and that's the key, y'all. And when you're trying to help other people see the things that you're seeing, especially when you're seeing like what's going on in the world today, things is befalling or coming into play by a lot of these evil and wicked damn people, what they're trying to do, and you're trying to warn the people, and they just like, man, leave me alone, bro. Like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had in his book, The Message of the Black Man, talk about sport and play. You're seeing the people out here, they're in wrapped up in all of this sport and play, and you're trying to warn the people, hey man, y'all better get it right, bro. It ain't time to keep on playing around, bro. Y'all better like y'all, you better get your stuff together. And I'm gonna say this here too. You looked at watching this movie, the movie what's that, Leave the World Behind or something like that. It's supposed to have been the production of Michelle and Barack Obama. And there was a lot of, some things in that movie. And it make you think because they're showing a lot of this stuff. They got a new one coming out right after this, coming up, I think in April, called Civil War, you know, and it'll make you think about, things like this. And because like even for a so-called ex-president to be having a movie that's kind of like throwing some things, I ain't gonna tell the movie, y'all, but throwing some things out that he said in that movie, it make you think, are they trying to warn you? And I've seen people say that in some videos that was doing reviews on it. Are they trying to give us a warning? Yeah, because you look at Mark Zuckerberg and how he bought a lot of land. I think over in Hawaii and building underground bunkers and things like that. And not just him, but I've heard there's several billionaires and millionaires that's doing the same thing. Right. So what do they know? What do they know? Y'all know damn well they ain't gonna tell us, but some of us who are keen on this, we have an eye on this, and Yah is waking us up and revealing things to us and showing us the things that's about to go down, or maybe just giving us an indication of some of the things, just raising the red flags. Um, and we're trying to warn people, just like Noah in his days, we're trying to warn the people, and they still want to just be out there doing their sport and play, worried about who gonna win the damn Super Bowl, who gonna win the NBA championships, and who's out here twerking the best and all this old ignorant stuff like that. is sexy red really sexy? It's a whole bunch of ignorant stuff that they're in, and you're trying to warn them about this stuff, man. And they like, hey, man, let's leave me alone. All this crazy stuff, man. They worried about, just irrelevant stuff, irrelevant things, right? Um, People, man, just have that thing that they don't want to hear it, man. So sometimes we just have to say, you know what? I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm just gonna go and build this ark. And when this water come, this flood come, don't come knocking on the damn door when I start to sell off. Then don't you come knocking on that damn door. I'm just gonna like, hey, be up there on the deck waving at you. You didn't be like, what's his name? Chris Tucker them say you didn't put in on this man. You didn't put in on this man. You didn't put not one nail in this board. You didn't do this here. You didn't help do nothing. I tried to tell you. But anyway, though, brothers and sisters, yeah, it will, because people will get mad at you. You reveal some stuff, like like you going into the scriptures and stuff like that. We go into the scriptures, kind of make sure y'all got to put my glasses on so I can see the screen. Make sure nobody coming in here in the chat. But like there's certain things, like I said, we go in the Bible and you're trying to reveal, or edify brothers and sisters when it come to this Bible. And I'm gonna say this here, y'all. I was having discussions and I was talking to some brothers earlier. One, talking to people about and y'all know, again, let me say this here. I am not a Christian. I'm really not into, I don't know, I'm not a subscriber, I would say, what they're calling the New Testament. I study it for edification purposes to learn, because people in that. So I remember people say, how am I going to get them out of? I don't know nothing about it. I got to study it to know what they're into, right? But I've been into it. I used to be into Christianity and all of that stuff anyway, but professed Christianity. Um, but when I talked about this, we talk about this woman thing, about the woman teaching in church and all of this. Yeah, that one right there. I'd be on the people about that one right there, man. And then I was looking at it today. I was having a discussion, and I was talking about that. He said, "There's a Paul said you're not supposed to teach." I was like, okay. And they said there's a difference between teaching and preaching, right? Teaching and preaching, there's a difference. That's what it was said. And that was some things I looked it up, and it said there's a difference between teaching and preaching. I was like, okay. So check this out. Here's a caveat. Y'all say that a woman, or Paul say that a woman is not supposed to teach. I said, well, can she preach then? Can she preach? And see that's because some I've hear some say woman ain't supposed to teach, she ain't supposed to preach. They might say preach, some say she teach, she ain't supposed to. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, can she preach in the church? I said, oh, I forgot, she can't, because again, Paul says in Corinthians, I said, well, here's the hypocritical thing. Y'all picking and choosing what y'all want to use, because here's something. Paul says that a woman is supposed to be quiet in church. Yeah, y'all didn't know that? He said a woman is she's supposed to be quiet. She ain't supposed to open her mouth. I mean, that's what he said. Y'all want to pull it up and show it to you? So, but anyway, when you start to present things like this, you get that, yeah, you get the type of thing. People they don't want to acknowledge this, because they're going with this doctrine that they have been given, and they might not straightforward say that they don't like what you're saying, but you already know. You can feel the vibe. You can feel the vibes with people, how people think, and all of this. You can feel the vibes from it. Um, let's go here. Where we go now? This here is the New Living Translation. Read the New Living Translation first, because some wording I want to really emphasize right here. But we read right here what Paul says. That y'all know this. First Corinthians, 1, excuse me. Yeah, First Corinthians 14 and 34. Now, this is what Paul said. Now, this is, if we go up, you see right here, he's talking about good order in worship. Now, Paul was talking about the speaking in tongues and all of this type of stuff right here, speaking in tongues, all that. They be doing all that gibberish, halada shamba dum bum dum, all that crazy stuff. Like, and I'm gonna say this, as I said, to speak it in tongues, and then people be talking about they speak it in tongues, and I'm like, okay, where is the land called? Where is the continent or land or nation called a Hadala Shamba? Y'all know they be saying it, a Hadala Shamba. Where is the land called Hadala Shamba? Because we know people speak Chinese, or we say Chinese. There's a place called China. They speak Japanese. There's a place we call Japan. There's a what was it? The Philippines. There's England. So we speak English. You know what I'm saying? Like that, right? Y'all get it, right? But where is the the land of Halalashamba at? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But anyway, so but that was he was talking about the speaking in tongues and prophecy and all of that stuff. But then here, when he says, listen to what he says, right? It says, it says good order. Now this has just to put a part up here, y'all, how they highlight what this is about. Good order in worship. He says women should remain silent in churches, right? They should remain silent in the churches. He said women should remain silent in the churches. They not allowed to speak, but be submissive, as the law says. Now, when he's saying the law, what is he trying to refer back to? He's trying to refer back to the book of Barashif, Genesis. And what he's referring to, they have a B right here, right? And that take you back to Genesis, Barashif, chapter 3, verse 16, right? That's what it take you to. And when you open it up, you will see here it says, and the woman said, no, excuse me. To the woman, he said, I will make your pain in childbearing very severe. With painful labor, you will give birth to children. It says, you will desire to be for your, no, excuse me, y'all. I'm messing up today. It says, your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. So this is Paul pretext when he's talking about right here, when he says, but be submissive as the law. Now, I don't know, y'all, but what's Paul's something else. But this is what he's using as his pretext to try to say why a woman shouldn't speak in church and things she got to be submissive. Or we said church means assembly. It says, but because he said that the Most High Yah said, your desire will be to your husband, and he will rule over you. So that's what he's using. So this is what they gave right here as the cross reference. But let's keep going. It says, but if they want to inquire about something, talking about these women, is they should ask their own husbands at home. Check this out. This is why I use the New Living Translation, because I wanted the New International, excuse me, the New International Version. Because right here, I like this. I want to see this word right here. It says, but it is disgraceful for women to speak in the church. Paul said, now this is how they translated this, y'all. I didn't translate this. It says that it is disgraceful for women to speak in church. Wow. So again, if I told her I was, saying that, okay, with this, when I said they pick and choose what they want to use. So why are women reading? They're reading the acknowledgments in the churches. They're reading there's several things they might read in the church. They're not supposed to be saying nothing at all then, right? Not they supposed to be saying not one mumbling word. Now they might be talking about them as in the pulpit and all of that. She ain't supposed to have authority over the man going into First Timothy. But I was like, no, no, what about this? It says that she should remain silent in the churches. This ain't got nothing to do talking about no teaching. It just says she should remain silent, because he said nothing about no teaching, because he said if they acquire about something or learning, let's go to the King James. Let's go to their favorite, most of these people favorite Bible, the King James version. Let's go to that. Let's go here. Now here we go. That's King James version. It says, let me go like here. Let your women keep silent in churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, on this obedience, yeah, as says the law. Well, he's taking that out of context, but anyway, and if they will learn anything, let them see. He said, if they learning anything, it has nothing to do with them teaching. That has nothing to do with them teaching. If they learning something, huh? They are learning. If they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. But wait a minute, like I said, I keep saying again, what if they don't have a husband? So okay, so the only way you should be going to church, my sisters, if you have a husband. Churches should churches for married couples only. Then, because if y'all, I mean, come on now, that's what Paul said. So, but anyway, so the women who single in the church, they can't, they ain't got nobody to ask when they get home. Cause it said now if y'all going strictly with what Paul said, now come on now, because y'all said he said don't women ain't supposed to teach First Timothy, right? But anyway, come on now. It said, let the man at home. It says, for it is a shame for a woman to speak in a church. Paul says it's a shame. Y'all remember folks say it's a crime and a shame. It's a crime and a shame. Paul says it's a shame. So when I even asked these questions like this, because I was like, man, y'all be, Paul, that was Paul's again, as I brought that out about Corinthians. I said it was Paul's personal opinion. That was Paul's personal opinion when he said that about women. So you get brothers get upset. I've had brothers damn near upset right now because been bringing things like this out. Because bringing things like this out. Like I said, I'm not saying I'm advocating women to teach or nothing. Hell, that's y'all thing. I said because number one, different organizations are gonna do different things. Different church organizations gonna do different things. I said because like when you go back to what Paul said, he said I when he's made that thing when he said I suffer a woman not to teach. I said that was his own personal opinion about it, right? That was Paul person's opinion about. Did I change this? That was his opinion about the situation. So what did I do? What did I do? Okay, hold on. Did I change this over? What did I just do, y'all? I'm supposed to been going to. I'm supposed to been going to Timothy. My bad, y'all. I went right back to the same one. But yeah, that was Paul's personal opinion. That's what I'm trying to get to right fast. First Timothy. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I've been going to Timothy. But that was Paul's personal opinion on the matter when he was saying that I suffer not a woman to teach and things of that nature. That was his opinion about the situation, right? Um, yeah, so let's see here. Let's see here. Let me see. See right here. Let me see. Let me go back. See. He said, let the woman learn in silence. What we said when First Timothy second chapter, right? He says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I see here, this I part. This is what I'm trying to present to the brothers, people to look at. This I part. Y'all don't see me do this several times. I. And when I keep bringing this out, brothers, man, seem to get damn and they're upset. People seem to get upset about this little situation. I'm gonna show y'all something right fast, right? Because I see it like that word when he had that word "I." That's his own personal opinion. People today are knowledge. They kind of knowledge, but they still want to go with it though. Now, look at this. Let me see here. I want to show y'all this. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna just halfway do it. Says, let a woman quietly take her place of a learner and be under authority. Because what verse 12, this is what I want to put. Verse 12, in my opinion. Now, this Bible that I just brought out here is called the basic, let me see, the basic English Bible. Bible in basic English is it. Bible in basic English. Yeah, because that's what we speaking today, y'all. Hell, we speaking basically, we ain't hither and thou and all that crap. But y'all see this right here. Like I tell you, when the other King James said, I suffer a woman not to teach, the I is what? Letting you know that's his opinion. His opinion. That's what I'm trying to show these guys. Is his opinion. So, because when he say, I suffer a woman not to teach, that's like saying, okay, because he said he don't. So I was explaining that who's to say there not probably wasn't any other organizations or groups out there that wasn't allowing women to teach? Because if he said I don't let women teach, he's saying he don't, but there may be some other guys that do or other places that do. Reason he said I don't. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all get it? So, but again, as I said, I always make the statement when he said I, right here, the basic English Bible says, in my opinion, it is right for a woman not to be a teacher. Hmm? But boy, I tell you, when I when I present this here, it's just like, man, mm, mm, mm. People don't want to hit. They don't want to acknowledge that. Like I said, it's because I'm saying, and I showed that again, brothers, to show when we're presenting things and trying to get people to think about these doctrines that have been that's being espoused, things that has been formulated because of what's in the book, because the Bible. Like I keep asking people, okay, where's in the Bible? People just they gonna get to stuttering like a mother. Where is in the Bible? I said, well, hell, the table of contents in the Bible. What is that? Is did I follow the table of contents? Well, other than when I'm looking for the book, but all of these other introductions, do I go out quoting people? The introductions in the Bible is in the Bible. Y'all said the Bible. Do I quote y'all that? Do I quote, the glossary all the time? Do y'all come on now? I said, that's the problem. I said, now what about these other books? I got books over here that has 82 books. I mean, 88 books, 72 books, the 66 books. Which Bible do I go by? As y'all says in the Bible. Now, if I brought you the one with all these extra books, the apocrypha, y'all don't want to hear that one. Hell, I told y'all, look, this is the lost books of the Bible. I start quoting stuff out of his. But okay, I can't quote this one. They're gonna say, well, that ain't the right, that ain't the Bible. Well, hell, these are people chose not to put this in there. They chose, and that's the thing y'all going with. We gotta understand again this literature again, brothers and sisters. But I just want to say that, man. I know I'm just kind of half-assed all over the place today. But the truth, man, the truth will make you lose so-called friends like a mother sucker, man. I'm telling you. People, you can start doing videos or you can start just teaching, talking to people, and they will get seriously mad at you, come at you, try to attack you. And all the thing you're doing is trying to help people to understand. Understand. That's it. I'm a person like myself. I'm just using myself personally, but I study, I research. I study, I research. I don't just want to grab nothing to just be a damn regurgitator. I buy my books. Y'all see a lot of times I show y'all my books when I buy books, right? Y'all see that. And I just not only just buy, I study, man. I be up all time of night. Sometimes I be sleeping. Like the most I just give me something. I just get up through the night and just start reading something, looking up verses or something to get an understanding. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I do. And like I said, so I can truly understand how the prophets actually felt. And I know a lot of y'all do too. So this ain't a video just about me. So I know a lot of y'all are feeling the same way. And y'all feel now how the prophets felt when the prophets tried to prophesy or warn the people, give the people a warning from the Most High, and the people that you basically care about in your life would turn on you because you're trying to actually help them out. That's the cold part about it. You're trying to help them out, right? And is that there's an old saying, y'all, a prophet is not honored in his own home. So you know what? I just be, man, I would tell y'all, I've just had to be a lonely ass person because I'm not gonna stop teaching or telling the truth because they don't like it. It is what it is. If all eight, that's why we say, brothers and sisters, the book of Ezekiel talk about we got to get the blood out of our hands. We got to be the watchers. We got to get the blood, and it's on them. That don't stop doing what you have to do as a warner just because they don't want to hear the truth. That ain't gonna happen. Not with me. That shouldn't happen with you either. Don't stop presenting the information just because they get damn mad and don't want to hear it. Let them, because they the ones. A lot of these people have problems, and a lot of reason they don't want to change because they don't want to give up. I mean, they don't want to hear it because a lot of things they know what they're doing is wrong, and they do not want to repent. They don't want to get back or turn away from a lot of the stuff they're doing because a lot of them they doing they into this feel good stuff. They into a lot of feel good stuff and they don't want to change because it's just feeling good to them. Huh? What they say, y'all, there's an old saying. There's an old saying, y'all. It's good to me, but it's bad for me. It might taste good to me, but it's bad for me. So because it could taste good, feel good to you, it could be bad for you. There's a lot of stuff made medicine and herbs and all of this stuff. Boy, it take I bought some a detox regimen or whatever you call it, y'all. I'm trying to use some Jesse Jackson words, some big words. I bought a tonic thing from Dr. Sebi, sister, man. Ooh, that stuff loud hammer. What they say, y'all? Loud hammer. That stuff was nasty as a mother. Ooh wee. I don't drink whiskey and none of that stuff. I will drink a little wine. I don't even drink Morgan David no more. I gave it all up. But man, I know when I used to try whiskey, man, that boy get you right here. When they, folks be drinking, like, yeah. That right there, I think it was stronger than some damn Jack Daniels, man, or some cognac. Yeah, that stuff was strong. But it's supposed to have been good for me. You can taste the herbs. You can actually naturally taste them herbs, but it's nasty as a mother. And that's how sometimes the truth is. The truth, like I told y'all, don't come with a pretty bow on top. It don't come nicely pretty and wrapped up like we want it to be. But it's the truth. It's good for you though. It might be nasty to you when somebody tastes nasty to your taste buds, or it might be hard for you to hear it, but it's good for you. Mm. All of this old sweet stuff with all this damn sugar and all of this added preservative is harming our body. Artificial flavoring is good to us now. It's good to us going down, hitting them taste buds, but it's harming us. So that's what a lot of information and a lot of things is good to the ear and all of this type of stuff, but it's harming us. And when people coming with information trying to help you better understand to make and what are we doing it for, y'all? What is the purpose? I better start making hand signs. People be thinking I'm throwing up Illuminati signs and all that. We put hands down here. Somebody always asked me one time I had a backdrop. Am I a damn Freemason? No, ain't no damn Mason. Anyway, so let me watch my hands because people be tripping. But I'm telling you, when you be doing stuff on these video, people be throwing. Look at him, look at him. He was Illuminati. He was so and so. Let me put my hand down. Let me put my hands down. What is the reason we do this stuff? It's to help each and every last one of us, and that's what even the Bible, when you keep saying, when you get down to the heart of it, learning about what the scripture is about, is to help build, make a better you. It is That's what it is about. To help make, build, elevate you, your thinking, your action. First, you start with your thinking. Change your mindset. You change your mindset, you start acting different. You be better as a person. You start feeling better as a person. Yeah. So that's what this thing is all about in a nutshell. That's why when people get to asking me about, man, I don't believe Abraham didn't exist, so and so didn't ever exist, Moses didn't exist. I'm like, I don't give a damn. Excuse my language, y'all. I don't give a damn. Because you know why? I'm too busy. I'm not trying to find what they really exist because I'm so busy trying to get the, as I like to say, y'all, get the moral of the story, learn the principles behind the story. I don't listen. I care less if they damn existed or not. But when I go into the story, I look at some things that's in the stories and I see some the principles behind it and what it's trying to relate so I can utilize it to help myself rise above what I, because like I said, man, I was out here thugging and bull crapping and all this old unrighteous stuff at one time. But now I've elevated myself and I've changed from that because of the word, man. Some words of wisdom and all of that and things that I have been told. So that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Getting to your higher self. I do remember in some teachings when, I was in, ancient Egyptian order, under Dr. York, and we was in, even in Masonry, they say this. Now I can tell you that, hell, I ain't got to be a Mason to know this one. They talk about you being the perfect ashlar. Y'all know what an ashlar, the perfect uncut stone. You start off as like they say, the diamond in the rough. You start off as a stone that's just like oh man, like the book of Genesis says, the book about a sheep says, the earth was out form and void. The earth, check it out, the earth was out form and void, but the Most High shaped it and molded into shape into that perfect thing that it is today. He shaped it and he perfected it. That's why he said, and it's good. He looked at it and said, it's good now. Oh yeah, it's good now. So that's how you're supposed to be, that uncut thing, that's unshaped, that thing that's out of whack, and build yourself into and perfect yourselves. Because a lot of us, the Most High did make us perfect. I'll say that first. He made us in perfection, but a lot of us have defected. We have became in the defected being, or almost at a product. We have became defected, and so we need to shape ourselves, mold ourselves back into place. Mm? Shape and mold ourselves back into that, get ourselves back into that perfect state, or that righteous state, as we supposed to be, in the way that we was intended to be in the beginning, before we went off and went astray. That's why they say we are sheep. That's why we have this whole analogy about we are sheep led astray. Some of us we gone astray. But anyway, y'all, I'm going. I ain't gonna be no hour and some change this time. But yeah, the truth sometimes, y'all, truth can sometime, sometime, and I say so-called people, the truth will make you lose so-called friends or associates more than a lie. Lose more friends more than a lie. Somebody hang around with them damn lies because it stroke their egos. Yeah, it stroke their egos. Even with the Bible, though, it fits. They long as they got their little own doctrine that fits them and make them feel good about themselves. When they come to the Bible, they feel good about them. But when you give them the truth about it, hey man, they have to change up some things. To change up some things, right? And that's what a lot of them not willing to do. Change up and do the Spike Lee, y'all. Do the right things. They want them lies. They want you to be around them. Be like the yes man. I'm not one to do it. To see you, I had to wave bye bye. What they say, y'all? Saranara, because I ain't gonna lie for you. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I damn sure ain't gonna lie for you. All right, y'all. Shalom.